Kia ora, hello and welcome to Monday. I'm Philip Duncan with your forecast through until Saturday, and in the New Zealand area we've finally got some high pressure back in the forecast, but stormy low pressure down south of Australia about to bring severe weather risks right along the southern coastline, and then later it reaches into New Zealand as well and basically starts to fall apart. So we've got a lot of high pressure moving in around northern parts of the country. That's encouraging this milder west to northwest flow. And take a look at your forecasts. Overnight lows coming up are warmer than they should be for this time of the year in a number of places due to that milder airflow that's about to come in. And then those windy westerlies south of Australia will also push in towards New Zealand later this week, and that will bring rain as well. So let's kick off with the rain maps, because this is coming up just with the northwest flow that you just saw coming through. For the next 2 days, starting from today lunchtime, you can see over here on the west coast, the rain is falling where it should be. So unlike the previous week or two, where much of it was falling in the north and all along the eastern side, now it's back to where it normally would be falling. Fiordland and Westland getting over 100 millimetres in the next 48 hours, but all these other areas much lower totals, and even Westport only getting about 45 millimetres in the next 2 days. Australia's also got a bit of rain coming, especially around Perth, where you've got about 50 millimetres coming through there. Not so much in the way of rain elsewhere, other than Tasmania, where you've got to about 40 millimetres. But to be honest with you, it's the wind around Australia that's going to be more of a feature, and you can see why. Here we are at lunchtime on Tuesday, a big storm, 960 hectopascals down here in the Southern Ocean, creating gale force winds, severe gales even along the coastline, as far as from Perth to Adelaide and maybe even beyond that, because we'll still be seeing windy weather across Tasmania, Victoria, and then spreading over to New Zealand with the windy westerlies, spring-like, if you look at it in some ways. So with the high to the north, mild airflows from around Tonga coming down into parts of New Zealand, and if you're not getting that airflow, you're getting the westerly out of Australia. So no matter how you slice it and dice it, it's looking pretty mild for this time of year in the New Zealand area, although it might still be a little bit cold in the very southern parts of the country, and it'll be colder as well later on around parts of Western Australia. So very windy weather here. This is at Tuesday lunchtime. The areas you're seeing shaded just around this zone here are gusting up to 80, 90, 100 kilometres an hour. So pretty blustery stuff going all around that low pressure zone south of Australia. So Wednesday, the low actually weakens a little bit, and it spreads out so far that a lot of the energy is spread with it, and that actually reduces the severity of it. You know, with a tropical cyclone, it's the other way around. It all gets condensed into the middle. But Southern Ocean storms, they can spread right out. So as it fans out, the winds fan out with it, but certainly colder around Western Australia. West to northwest winds carry on right into New Zealand, although not very much for New Zealand by the time we get to Wednesday, with just a few showers lingering around. Now by Thursday, a small area of low pressure worth keeping an eye on just north of us. Should be high pressure all around it. At this stage, it remains offshore, but this system, this big messy low around Australia, sort of reorganises itself in this corner here, and it ramps up the winds once more into Western Australia. So pretty stormy weather around the coastline of Aussie, from Perth right over to about Melbourne, as we see that weather unfolding through until Thursday, with even rain going up into New South Wales and rain connected over into New Zealand, falling back down where it should be, down around Fiordland and Westland. And by Friday, no real changes, although it does start to finally ease in Western Australia. You'll still see all those winds though moving back into the New Zealand area. So severe winds are possible on Friday with those mild nor'westers, warmer than average. It'll be cooler in the north with light winds thanks to a little piece of high pressure there. And as we go into the weekend, up comes that very weak and broken cold front. It'll be mild for the North Island, colder for the south, and here's a bit of winter reminding us that it's still with us. By Sunday, so the day after this map, this southerly coming through here will be much colder down in Southland. I saw a high of about 7 for Gore. So there's a wintry change coming in this weekend, but for now, the week ahead, windy westerlies from Australia, and in New Zealand we've got a combination of those winds out of Aussie and the subtropics to begin with. So it is not going to be as cold as it should be for this time of the year. That is all from me. Don't forget our Climate Watch update for the month of August, and also a sneak peek into spring that is being released today. So look out for that. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday, with our next weather update.